Hey lovers, it is Makané here, and I'm doing our tarot reading today with Wild Archetypes deck. This is the box. It's beautiful for understanding like the larger overarching themes and mysteries. I've been really meditating on what is sort of like needing clarity. Like I feel like we come to the tarot, we come to divination for answers, and so today I think I really want to emphasize what do we need to know for our collective consciousness raising, evolutionary awakening, alignment with purpose. What needs illumination now? What is on the edge of being discovered, known, not yet seen? What are we missing? Yeah, what's missing from our understanding? And if we take that to the bottom, what do we need to know right now? Okay, so I've got this card. The Judge is a pretty strong card. This is all about ideas of discernment, ideas of the ability to know right from wrong, the ability to gather our resources, like our rationality, our moral compass, our intuition, in service of what is good overall. And I know this sounds abstract, but we're going to get into it. The Judge, the critic, the diplomat, the advocate. The Judge has an incredibly important job. They work every hour, every waking hour of every day, helping us discern what is safe, true, and just. When this archetype remains unconscious or is captivated by fear, wise discernment turns to painful judgment of self and other. Ironically, the Judge's energy can be the seed of racism, bigotry, and fear-mongering. Yeah, we're definitely needing some wisdom around these things. This is the Judge out of balance, building walls, separating from other. When the same discerning force is made conscious and healed, however, the Judge may be found advocating for civil rights causes, standing up for the underdog, providing resources for those in need, forgiving again and again. Love is the deciding factor. Awakening this archetype is essential for the complex times we are in. Get your Judge in order. The world needs it. When light, discernment, advocacy, right action, compassion. When dark, critical, punishing, unforgiving, wall building. I heard a really amazing quote relating to this archetype that was, if you feel like you don't have compassion, you're not going to get through the dark time. Like, it's like the thing you need, the seed to nurture your own soul, to awaken to your own revolution and your own, like, coming to, like, larger, greater, loving, like, less biased, more balanced perspective is your own compassion. And those who are with it, it's like you have, like, grace. You have what carries you through the pain and the darkness of, like, the dawning of, like, the rude awakening of, like, oh wow, I messed up, or I was wrong, or I've been carrying this belief, this internalized seed that originated out of hate that someone planted in my being, and I've been carrying it around like it's something I need, and I realize, like, it's causing harm, and I need to extract this. And how can I do that but without love, without compassion for myself? Because otherwise I'm going to succumb to just complete beratement and, like, more hatred. So, like, you have to heal from a higher place of awareness. This is like an Einstein quote. We can't solve the problem from the same level of awareness it was created. So we can't fight hate with hate. We can only fight it with love. I think one of the few exceptions is fire. Sometimes you can fight fire with fire. There is like ancient indigenous wisdom that is like profound in this way of like fire management, like being able to stop a larger fire with like smaller fire. And what I'm getting at is that like sometimes it takes a wave of equal strength. And so I think our own outrage, our own sense of like hurt is coming from a protective place. It's just sometimes misdirected. So how can we direct it in the way it needs to go? Who do we need to protect? Who are the vulnerable that need our courage, our resolve, our conviction, our vulnerability? Who are those in our lives, because we all know them? Who are those parts of ourselves that we need to stand up for? Who are the bullies in our world? Maybe sometimes it's just a well-meaning, overly critical loved one who like wants you to ultimately overcome your obstacle, but gives you too much judgment and not enough compassion. So like, how can you find compassion within is the call to action today. The judge's energy is contagious. When we feel judged, walls go up all around. Similarly, when we feel accepted, the entire world softens. And I also heard a beautiful quote. It said, "Judge me at my best instead of my worst." And that got me really thinking. I was like, well, some people deserve that, other people don't. But then I was like, if we could learn to, like, in the wisdom of like ancient practices of like higher forgiveness, of like teaching those who have wronged to like learn to sit at the table of those who they have hurt. Like this is like a really, to me, like evolved way of addressing injustice. Like this is like a tradition in Africa that I read about, and no form of justice is perfect. But like there is this idea of like this person's toxic and bad and cut them off and separate them. And then there's also the idea like, oh, this neighborhood's bad, I've got to just leave, I got to just turn away. And then like there are people that are like so hurtful that they're hurting all those around them, and like we feel like we need to separate, isolate. And then sometimes in this act, like we're actually sort of increasing that spiral of rage and hurt and suffering and this vortex of like pain. Like when is it the right time to like are we severing a limb? Like this is like a living human being. Like how do we surround them with compassion and let them like internally heal? And there's no easy answer for this, and there's no always right clear path with this. So like this is like a huge one, and like I think like the littlest way we can go forward is to just like let everyone know that they are loved in some way, because like they're connected to the seed of like humanity. They're connected to the seed of like consciousness. They're connected to the seed of spirit. So like, can we love that part of them? If we can't love their actions, if we can't love the rest of them, and can we just like love the part that is that we can see ourselves, like see in ourselves, instead of hate on the part that is reflecting back something we don't like. So this is my giant big juicy download. I really love this one. This is like archetypes are like huge, and like I think advocacy is so like where we're at right now. Like there's been a lot of backsliding, a lot of hurt, and like how can we step into like loving and healing each other and being like the light in ourselves? And like I'm asking myself every day, and I'm trying to understand and learn, and like I know we all are doing what we can. So like just like have compassion, and thank you for being present with me today for your just you, just whatever you are. Thank you for bringing you.